all viewers and to my madness. Now, you're probably going, well, why are we starting so early? Well, you see, I know I'm fully recovered and am in a very good mood, and I don't know how to describe it. I'm pretty much in an okay enough mood that I think I'm well enough that I can basically binge this sucker. Whoops. Okay, there we go. You probably heard a background of me, but that was me setting up chat. And again, bye Aqua, we'll be seeing you later today. What the? Dust, how are you up so early? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. Laws and physics. Morning, man.
Hey, Sora! You got more worlds to visit!
What world we got? Ooh, my favorite, the Caribbean. Where we go? San Francisco? Or the Caribbean? We're level 29, so we're probably gonna have to go to... Wait, nope. Well, you poor soul. I got very little sleep. Insomnia. But I'm cool. So, basically how this is gonna go, I'm probably gonna be able to beat this today because I'm gonna probably sit here and binge. Like I don't mean to repeat myself, but that means basically every 2.5 to 2 hours I will stop, take a break, then come back, depending how much later, okay? We have to eat and stuff every now and then, so yeah.
We just got some super special gummy blocks in stock!
Oh, I'm so glad to see my loyal lab members have come to see me.
Seriously craving ice cream.
Does everybody like ice cream in this setting? Hey, emoji. This is part 1. Now, I loved last night's stream of Monsters Inc. I actually realized something. Why did I realized that was the only world that nothing depressing happened to Sora. Other than finding out where they found out where Ventus was, where his heart was. Other than that, nothing depressing happened. It wasn't as dark as all the other worlds have been. It was fairly lighthearted when you think about it. We all had laughs, we all had everything. That was actually a very good breather pace again. Now we're about to go straight into plunging of darkness. But well, oh crap, wrong way. I also realized noticing why Sora might be forgetting Pooh. He's growing up. Didn't that happen to the Christopher kid? Oh no. Where's the location at? This thing has the mobility of a brick. So, did anybody enjoy last night's streams? Well, that's good. This is definitely a big note. I am not picking the ghost ship next time. This thing moves slower than a turtle. Is that the world? Oh, you'll see. My favorite level, actually. This is my favorite or second favorite world because of gameplay. Not because of story. But because of gameplay. Don't worry, we will not be blasting off like Team Rocket. That was only the frozen section. We have 2 worlds left after this one and another one, and then we hit all the major, then we are heading straight to the finale. So we're like near endgame after these 2 worlds. After this world and the next one, it's endgame. No, I was not trying to quote Avengers by doing that. That was just the truth. We were literally hitting the end of the Run of Madness, and if I binge and if I do what I plan on doing, I can probably get it done today. But I'm also going to need to get a better ship. What I do is, and all of a sudden I'm getting Empire Strikes Back flashbacks. You know, when Han and them got swallowed up by a what was it called? A worm? Lenora, you are a sick, sick, sick individual. It's the worm from, basically, I think, might be from the Star Wars, the good Star Wars films. No, it's the worm off it's Star Wars because it's in a rock in an asteroid field and it's popped out. Do you not remember Empire Strikes Back? And why is there epic music playing in the background? That sounds like this, or... There are two of them! How much health does this thing have? That thing had way too much health. Wait, that's... No, that's not the... I really hated the gummy map. I now remember why. There we are. Let's go. Massive spoilers on that one screen. It's life for me.
God is touching a sparrow, save, look out, me hearties yo-ho. And brought a blackguard back from the grave, look out, me hearties yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. The flying Dutchman is on the hunt, look out, me hearties yo-ho. To punish a sparrow for his affront, look out, me hearties yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. Within the chest his secret sleeps, look out, me hearties yo-ho. The heart of Davy Jones still beats, look out, me hearties yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me.
Ah, fond memories.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Finally, Sora's happy for
Why
once.
are you so happy?
'Cause we get to be pirates again.
Yep, you always did like this world.
How could anyone not? Still, it's a real shame we don't have a bigger ship.
Oh my god.
Got any idea where we're going?
Where else? The edge of the world!
Captain Sora!
Oh? What ails ya, Mr. Goofy?
The edge of the world!
Aye!
We're running out of sea, sir!
Aye! We're running out of sea! Oh? Running out?
Welcome to the locker.
Hard to starboard!
But there's no time, Captain!
Okay, I can't make the Team Rocket joke because Sora just literally plunged into Davy Jones' locker. Which is another form of purgatory, so we can't make the blasting off again joke because, yeah. Sora, you certainly know how to follow Jack to the locker, alright. May your heart be your guiding key, straight to Davy Jones' locker. Which Pirates movies are these? 2, 3. If you've seen the second movie and the third one, you should be fine.
Where'd we end up this time?
I would...
We've been walking forever.
I'm exhausted.
Do not
Some
make fun of the Pirates of the
pirates.
Caribbeans.
We won't
Awesome.
get anywhere without a ship. A ship?
1, 2, and 3 are classics.
Hello, this is Quad.
Oh boy!
It is a ship!
There, Sora.
Huh? Oh, Jack Sparrow!
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Sure is.
Hey, Jack, where are we? Oh,
Belay that! Ship absconding!
huh?
Help me catch the pearl before she gets away!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Poor Jack.
Come back, ship! We better get rid of him quick!
No, no, leave me alone.
Who's shooting at us?
Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
Don't get hit!
Well, how can I not try to
Here
avoid...
comes some more!
Get away, you barnacles!
Donald?
Thank you!
Thank you, Donald. You did your job.
Ahoy!
Don't get hit!
Okay,
Whee! And we have reached
that's who's
the...
doing this.
No one said you could use my ship!
I wonder if this is going to address the east... Well, never mind. I still want to see what Victor looks like in this. Because do remember, Victor from Underworld was the guy who played Davy Jones. So, let's see how he looks like in this setting. Even though I know it won't be that actor, but still, let's see how to do a good job emulating him.
Here we go!
Because remember the whole partnership, part of the crew thing? And yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. Well, partnership, part of the crew. Yeah, how are they gonna tackle the mention of the heart? It is worth noting this is the level that they probably spent the most design on because there's so much fun side quests on this one. Ugh. You'll see the fun. Hey, there's Gibbs.
Jack! Mr. Gibbs!
Aye, Captain.
I thought so. I expect you're able to account for your actions then.
Sir?
There's been a perpetual and virulent lack of discipline upon my vessel. Why?
Sir, you're in Davy Jones' locker, Captain.
Davy Jones' locker?
I know that. I know where I am. And don't think I don't. I'm in Davy Jones' locker. Assuredly.
Jack Sparrow. Barbossa!
Ah, Hector! It's been too long, hasn't it?
Aye, Isla de Muerta, remember? You shot me.
No, I didn't.
Sora, we meet again.
It's lovely to see you all.
Oh, Will! Elizabeth! Is something about you different?
Yeah, you look all swashbuckling.
Well, I've seen some adventures, but I never thought I'd find you here.
Speaking of, where exactly is here?
Limbo.
What's all this about
Hell.
a locker?
The waiting room.
Davy Jones' locker. Jack neglected to repay a certain debt to Jones. So Jones sent the Kraken to devour Jack. And that's how he ended up here.
Then, Davy Jones' locker? You're saying that we've gone beyond...
Beyond the grave?
And we're here to wrest Jack from his fate.
Teodolma. Out and about, eh? You had an agreeable sense of the macabre to any delirium.
He thinks we're a hallucination.
Complete with these three masqueraders.
Jack, this is real. We're here. We've come to rescue you.
Huh? Have you now? That's very kind of you.
You
But it
can.
would seem that as I possess a ship and you don't, you're the ones in need of rescuing. And I'm not sure as I'm in the mood.
Jack! Cutler Beckett has the heart of Davy Jones. He controls the Flying Dutchman.
He's taking over the seas.
And he must be stopped. The brethren caught is cowed.
Leave you people alone for just a minute and look what happens. Everything's gone to pot.
I'm lost. What's going on?
What?
Okay, you see, so the East Indian Trading Company was taking over and marking over the world. They were taking away the rights of the pirates and blah blah blah. So Jack, see, Elizabeth, if I recall right, she handcuffed Jack to the Black Pearl while they were escaping, thus getting Jack killed, and sent to the locker. You fell down a cliff and are not dead, apparently. You just somehow fell into the locker, because I guess your heart is your guiding key, and you're in the waiting room. That sums up the events of Pirates 2.
Sounds to me like this Beckett fella they mentioned is trying to conquer the ocean.
Oh,
That's him that wants to everyone.
yeah. No
True.
conquerors.
Listen, Jack. The world needs you back something fierce.
And you need a crew.
Why should I sail with any of you? 4 of you have tried to annihilate me.
Jack, we're on your side.
So you are, mates. I never could have caught the pearl without you. Sora, Donald, Goofy, you're hired.
Yes.
Now, as for the rest of you... Teodolma, you're in. Gibbs, you can come.
Hey, hey.
Weigh anchor, all hands. Prepare to make sail.
The compass. They're not going to
Jack.
address the importance of the compass.
Which way you going, Jack?
Of course he would bring incentive. I do love it's like, oh, Donald, Goofy, Sora, you're hired. Theodore, you're hired. Will, Barbossa, Elizabeth, to the locker. If Barbossa didn't have the map, he would be stuck in the locker.
Right then, Mr. Sora, the helm is yours, provided you pass muster.
Huh?
See that island there with the 2 peaks? Prove you can reach that, and the open sea is yours.
Oh.
I get the Black Pearl?
Aye, aye.
I get the pearl? I want the pearl.
Jack said to head for the island straight in front of us.
Dustin, this, my friend, is why this is one of the great levels. I control my own ship. It is also why Pirates of the... What? Not Pirates. What? You...
There's Heartless on those ships. Cannons!
Look at the cannons!
Get 'em!
This is what you could not do that I wish you could have done in the PS2 era. But it's understandable because it was the PS2. Also, you hired better actors to play Johnny Depp and all the others. Wait. They didn't.
So, we do have a destination, right?
Oh, I can't tell anymore.
Jack is just making it up.
He has a compass without a destination.
Cast your fate with Jack Sparrow, and you'll soon be sharing in the wrath of Davy Jones.
The guy Will mentioned? Who does he think he is, anyway? And what did Jack ever do to him?
Truly, you don't know who Davy Jones be.
No,
And
we're from a
you
different
say
world.
You be men of the sea.
Let's put it this way.
Sora, your cover's already blown because you have a talking duck and you have Goofy, whatever he would be. I would say the world order thing is definitely been exposed. And to count the fact that she is a goddess of the seas, she's probably highly aware that you're an otherworlder.
We're from another sea.
Yeah, big C.
Aye, now. Jack and Davy Jones' fate be intertwined. Jones, him raise Jack's precious pearl from the depths and make Jack captain for 13 years.
That's
In
not a long time.
exchange, Jack promised to give Jones his soul as payment. But 13 years pass, and Jack failed to return. So Jones, him send the Kraken to devour Jack, taking him and the pearl back to the depths. But if Jones learned that witty Jack cheat that fate, him gonna punish Jack even worse. And Jack's friends too.
Are you, talking about us?
You mean that the Kraken's gonna eat us?
It's dead.
Let the Kraken have a crack. I ain't scared.
Sora, have you not heard of what the Kraken is? It is a giant squid. Let me stress the words. Giant squid. Pirates of the Caribbean 3, even though I was sad that they killed the Kraken, showed us how big that thing was. Sora, you would be screwed if you fought the Kraken head on without a ship.
Not scared at all. That'd be rare.
We'd be having
Mostly,
fried duck.
Them run for land at the mention of the Kraken. Not you. But Jack be scared. He want to be free of his debt to Davy Jones. That's why him need the box.
Box?
Oh, it be a chest where Davy Jones lock away the part of him that hurt. The pain it caused him was too much to live with, but not enough to cause him to die.
Boom, 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 boom.
And what part of him is that?
Him heart.
Oh, I hate to keep pausing and dropping exposition, but I know Pirates of the Caribbean lore so good and love the first 3 movies. The other movies I don't really care about, I eject them from my mind. But, Sora, when we talk hearts in this setting, we're not talking those nice, shiny little Cupid hearts that fly up when you kill Heartless. No, we're talking the organ that's in your chest that goes pump, 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 that's in a chest. It is literally a muscle, glorified pump muscle of fleshy meat that's in the chest, Sora. This is not the normal heart you see. This is the heart that's actually in your chest, the thing that's keeping you alive. So be prepared to be grossed out if you see it, Sora. Fully understand.
How does he do it? A creature absent a heart, and yet somehow able to keep existing. Not even my finest replica can claim that achievement. The secret must be in that box.
No, Vixen, there's a difference. The hearts you all are referring to are the soul, the essence, the being, whatever you want to call it spiritualistically. That is the hearts you guys are looking for. The heart in the box is the muscle that is in you guys' freaking chests. The part of your body, not the spiritual heart, the pumping heart. I have to do this to separate it because otherwise you won't get the lore. That's one of the things.
I have to know what mysteries it contains.
It has a glorified pump.
I believe our orders were to find the box and seize it. No more. Put a leash on that runaway curiosity.
Always so short-sighted. Why would the organization seek me out just as soon as I was recompleted? If not to affirm my intellectual prowess and invest in my research.
And
Every
they do a really good job of making you creepy.
Is a stride for all of us.
Oh, really? And what exactly are we striding towards?
Luxord, do I detect a hint of treachery in your words?
What? Don't be absurd. But to be clear, I serve the organization. I don't share your need to please Xemnas. He's good at wrapping you around his little finger. Always has been.
All I desire is the freedom to continue my research. Ansem the Wise refused to nurture my talents. So I cast my lot with Xemnas. With Xehanort, rather. Simple as that.
I see. And you don't care how he uses your research?
Not in the slightest. All that concerns me is that I complete the perfect human vessel.
That's all well and good. But I know this world better than you. Kindly stay out of the way.
Oh, of course. Considering those pests have shown up, I'd hardly get anything done.
I already know what to do with the pests. Then you can resume your stuffy studies.
That's my boy. I'll be watching from the shadows then.
How did Luxord get a ship? You are so lucky, Luxord. You have no idea. They're the organization. What? Did... Why are we... Oh... They're skipping about in the movie.
Thanks, Jack. You could have warned us.
Yeah, everything went topsy-turvy and upsy-downsy.
Well, at least we're back in the land of the living.
Thank goodness.
Never fear. All according to plan.
But that be no reason to rest easy.
Huh? A ship!
I've never seen one like that.
Heartless!
That is interesting.
Look out!
Barbosa, have you allied with those fiends again?
Don't impugn me honor. Why would I conspire with them?
But you did conspire with them.
Could you discuss it later?
Huh?
Get ready!
I sure do wish we could get a little closer.
What? What idea? We can't do that.
Yeah, you can cheat.
Can! Thor! Donald and Goofy! Protect the ship! I'll handle the Heartless.
Okay. Alright, before I get into playing the game and zoning out for a while, I'm just going to deep lore exposition again. The two guys you saw was Vexen and Luxord. Is it Luxord or Luxord? I can't pronounce his name. Vexen was killed in Chain of Memories. I could have sworn Dust, I gave you the copy of the moves to watch them. Luxord was in this world in KH2, so when he says, I know this world better than you, it's because he fought Sora and all them in this world in Pirates of the Caribbean world. Pirates of the Caribbean world original storyline was with Luxord in it. It's also worth noting, Luxord, I wanted you to notice his dialogue choices. He said, I'm not loyal to Xemnas, I'm loyal to the organization. Which would imply he's not loyal to anybody, he's loyal to basically the organization's ideal. Because remember, whatever it was, he probably was loyal to the original concept of the organization. Not to Xemnas or Xehanort, meaning Luxord has sides with nobody. It's also worth noting, Luxord probably has one of the most overpowered powers of all the nobodies. Complete control over fate and time. Go back to the 358 days, and when it counts out every member of the organization, it has a title for them. His specifically says fate and time. And he is a gambler of fate. It is also worth noting that we did find out, thanks to DLC, it is very highly theorized that Luxord is not originally from this realm. He is literally a mole that basically went into the organization to scout for somebody like Sora to help him with Yozora. The problem with the Yozora problem. If I ever buy the DLC Remind, I'll explain it in detail there. But it is actually shown there that Luxord, and I have told you before, Luxord is basically I'm just going to say it, he's a wild card in this setting. Of all the members of the organization, we know almost next to nothing of that dude. We have lots of speculation. And there are so many theories about him. And a lot of them have been right, and a lot of them have been this. Now, let's go play. Why did I hijack this Sora, I'll say that's ingenious. And also, have you noticed one thing? I haven't bashed Sora a lot in this game. I've bashed all the others, except him. Oh, and I wanted to point out another thing. I want to point out one more thing. Last night when I was yelling at Yed Sid, yeah, it was stupid that Mickey didn't let them go with him, but I like how Riku handled the situation. Because go back to the VOD at the very end of it. Riku says, you know what, if I'm in trouble, you can come and bail me out. So basically Riku's like, yes, you can come to the Realm of Darkness. Just, I'm not going to send you and throw you under the bus like these guys. Just continue your adventures, but you'll know when I'm in danger, so use your power that you'll probably get then, and help me, Deus Ex Machina your way in there, like you always do, Sora. You always come at the right moment. So, yes, we will need you in Realm of Darkness. Get there when I need help. Right now, and so basically that's basically what Riku told him. Where again, Sid and Mickey were just like, no, we don't need you, get away. Riku's like, no, Sora, you're gonna come to the Realm of Darkness, but you'll come when I need you. Because we already know how bad the Realm of Darkness is. We've kind of seen it. It's flooded with darkness. So, yeah, at some point, and it broke his Keyblade. So, yeah, with Sora getting and me constantly upgrading my Keyblade, yeah, I think we would stand a good chance in the Realm of Darkness once we get a little bit more levels up. But right now, Sora's not weak. It's just Riku needs to. Well, if I was to put this in layman's terms, I would say Riku wants to go deeper into the Realm of Darkness to make sure things are a little more safe, and then pull Sora down there. In other words, Riku wants to get like 8 levels down before he drags Sora, so Sora doesn't have to go traveling 8 levels down manually. Sora can just jump to level 8. Now let's continue. What the heck am I flying? It's a gunship? This is odd. It has torpedoes. This is very odd. The ship controls are way better than this one. I'm sorry, that's just a true fact. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, wait, up, I don't want to go to hell. What the? Did I just turn into the Shadow of Colossus? Hey, Night Cores! Yes, I do need to heal. definitely heal.
Whoa!
Where'd you go? There you went. Where'd it go? I'm trying.
Big one's still firing at the ship.
Oh shit.
Whoa!
Oh, don't worry, it's the Black Pearl that can handle anything. She's like a bloody dreadnought.
Whoa!
Yes!
Take this! All right! Huh?
So there's a thing called gravity.
Oh no!
Well,
Sora? Sora! Donald? Goofy? Where are the others?
After you fell, we came looking for you. I guess they must have kept going.
Oh. And I was so happy that we got to see them again.
That's eager to sail under Captain Jack Sparrow?
Huh?
They marooned him again.
Jack!
But he's got 3 guns! No. Oh, that's... that... I'll be happy when this guy... What?
Perhaps you'll consider an arrangement. One which requires nothing from you but information.
Regarding the brother in court, no doubt. In exchange for fair compensation. Square my debt with Jones. Guarantee my freedom.
Of course. It's just good business.
Were I in a divulgatory mood, what then might I divulge?
Everything. Where are they meeting? What are their plans?
Shall we?
Shall we what?
Some pirate won't get anywhere without a ship. So, let's go get one.
Oh, yes!
Sora and Jack sure are cut from the same cloth.
They're both simpletons.
Use that key to free me, Sora, and you have my most certain promise. All the power undersea you ever wish for be yours.
Free her how?
Sora?
What's wrong?
Huh? Oh, nothing really. I'm good.
Fun tidbit. That's the first time Sora's lied to Donald and Goofy.
That was close.
Oh yeah, I love how Donald and Goofy are rendered in a lot of the cutscenes in this. To Nightcore, it is awesome. And to me, of all the worlds, I think Pirates of the Caribbean was spent the most on, gameplay-wise. Because if you've ever explored this, when you get your ship, it is big. And I'm a guy who likes collectibles and stuff like that. I spent, I don't know, a couple hours maxing out the Max Pro. Unfortunately, Nightcore, I have to go through this game and beat it all normally, but yeah, I love this area. This whole area was just a blast for me. And plus, I liked the movies Pirates of the Caribbean. Call me a weirdo, but I did. You probably ask, why did I sell the elixirs? Because I hardly ever used them. Oh yes, yes it does. This Nightcore, you're right. It does show off how the power of the PS4, definitely. Especially the final battle. Let's just say the Battle of Thousand Heartless has your PS4 screaming. If there's one thing Square's never really tried to shy away from or like to flex that they're proud of, it's they know how to push your system to the max. And if you think I'm joking, back in the day, which would have been back in the, oh god, we wouldn't have been the aughts, maybe? No, yeah, back when the PS1 era, yeah, PS1 era, Final Fantasy IX, one of my favorite games, made one of my friend's TVs, well, it blew up. It caused the his original PlayStation to literally fry because the particle effects of when you kill the dragon in Disc 4, the first boss, it pushed his PlayStation 1 that hard. The Battle of 1,000 Heartless in the PS2 fried some people's fat PS2s. That's how hard Nightcore Square doesn't mind pushing the envelope when it comes to their hardware. Heck, Final Fantasy 12, with all the cutout content it is, could barely was pushing a normal PS2 to the max. So when they like to go AAA budgets on certain things like this, and 15, as much as I would give 15 crud, those games push the PS4 and show how far they can push the PS4. I'm curious to see what they'll do with Final Fantasy VII-R. Even though I'm not thrilled on the game, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with it on tech-wise. Well, Nightcore, you know what I would love to see? I would love to see all the Kingdom Hearts games, well, yeah, basically KH, well, Birth by Sleep, 358 Days and Birth by Sleep's gameplay, or KH2 gameplay, KH2, and Dream Drop Distance, all in the Unreal Engine 5. We can kind of skip KH1 because KH1 wouldn't work, nor would Rechain of Memories. But put those other four on the list on the PS5, on the Unreal Engine. That would be awesome. Just import Leonard Nimoy's voice. Yeah, I would too, and I'd like to see the whole story voice acted with like the 358 days. 358 Days and Birth by Sleep, the first, would be excellent on the PS4. In the PS4, in this engine they're running anyway. Because the Agile Claws and Twin Yo-Yos. What's the Happy Gear do? I have never... Well, you know what? Still can't get that. You know, Shion, to this day, the way they hand-waved her coming back, and from what I saw the movie form of Remind, just irks me. I mean, because by all rights, Shion should have been completely obliterated. Because, how did they bring her back? Data. But how, if it was Data, how would Shion still retain all her memories and being friends with Axel and them, because the data they found was from when they just created her. So that's my only concern with the whole Shion thing. I was happy to see Shion back after what she went through. Whew. I was happy to see all the trios get their happy endings, practically. I mean, I know it's a bit of a cliche, but I never... When you really look at every one of the Kingdom Hearts games, they've all ended on downers. Yeah, so... But what I'm getting at is, from the explanation they gave you practically, was the Shion they made the replica with her, whatever you want to call her, that, you know, was fighting you in the Keyblade graveyard. Spoilers territory, was originally from Data. That's how they got the information. According to Remind, it's literally a retcon. In other words, it's really bad writing. It's lazy writing. Nomura wrote himself into a little bit of a hole and had to get himself out somehow, so he hand-waved an explanation. But then I've also gone on record and saying that I think Nomura gets way too much praise for things he does. He's like Kojima. A lot of people don't realize this, but Metal Gear Solid 3, my favorite Metal Gear Solid, Kojima had almost very little to do with that game. Ooh, don't get me started. When I first played this game, that was one of my biggest critiques back in the day, was the Kyrie thing. And I still, to this day, when I look at that back, I think training Kyrie was a trap by Yen Sid. Think about it. Yen Sid has gone through this whole game explaining we must protect the Princess of Heart. No, we need 7 Guardians. Why would you make Kyrie, who is already a Princess of Heart, a Guardian, Keyblade wielder, and send her to the death trap that is going to be the Keyblade graveyard for the final battle? I mean, Yen Sid of all people would have to know and Mickey too. This is why I don't like Mickey, because Mickey's completely incompetent. Because think about it, Yen Sid would know how strong Xehanort, old Xehanort, would be, because he probably trained with him. Mickey and Riku, but well, Mickey knows how strong Xemnas and Ansem the Seeker of Darkness are. Those are 3 people, and he's aware of Vanitas' strength, since he knows he's about. That's just 4 people on the list. 4 people. Those are 4 pretty strong people and young Xehanort, because Mickey fought young Xehanort in DDD. 5 really strong people that even Riku and Sora had trouble fighting. Well, Vanitas is out the exception of old Xehanort, but the other 3 were. So, why would you send Kyrie in there? To motivate Sora. Because Sora found love of Kyrie. I'm just gonna fly out and say it. And I hate the Omega 13 moment with Kyrie and them. Deus Ex Machina moment. But the whole Kyrie and Damsel in Distress, I honestly think that was a setup by Yen Sid. It would be extremely within his character and extremely cold, calculated, pragmatic thing to do. What better way to help Sora use his power of waking more than give him motivation? put the girl he likes in severe danger. That's why I say Yen Sid is literally lawful evil. Next to Xehanort, Yen Sid is the second most evilest person in this setting. He makes Maleficent look tame, because he literally let Aqua rot in the realm of darkness for 10 years. No, let me take that back. Yes, Yen Sid is a very twisted villain. For God's sakes, he has a skull on fire on his desk. I could go on and on about that. One's even stated, the power of waking that Yen Sid taught Riku and them, that's not supposed to be taught in general. Because according to the power of waking can rewrite reality. That was something that only once you reached actual master level, like, you know, his level and Aqua's level, you were supposed to learn. According to lore, I believe. So Yen Sid purposely rigged the test. And also, Yen Sid's also not dumb enough, but pretty smart enough to know you shouldn't have put them in the sleeping worlds to begin with, because they're just drenched in darkness. The entire thing, if you literally look at it, Yen Sid had basically set up Sora to begin with. It's Yen Sid, if that was a character player or anything, he's Dumbledore. The Dumbledore in Book 7, where you find out Dumbledore had literally groomed Harry Potter to be a slaughter to the pig to kill, for Voldemort to kill the last Horcrux. That's basically what he did to Sora. And also, spoilers for Remind, Yen Sid waits a year. 1 year. 1 year. 1 year. 1 year to send help to get Sora. So Sora is trapped in purgatory, which is Shibuya, probably crystallized thanks to Yuzora, for a year. That's Yen Sid's mentality. Do I need to count the parallels that they also let Aqua rot in the realm of darkness for 2 years? Or maybe a year? That's Yen Sid in a nutshell. Oh, and yeah, Mickey, that's another reason why I can't stand Mickey. Mickey probably knew of this, the method too. That's why if ever I ask my audience if Yen Sid or them show up on the screen, please spam the knife emojis. Okay, now I got lost talking, great. Sorry about the other viewers, I was busy talking to Nightcore, not blaming you, Nightcore. It's a very interesting conversation we're having, it's just hard to pay attention to 2 screens. Especially when I get to talking about Yen Sid, and a lot of people just don't actually realize that's kind of what Yen Sid did. And then some people are like, oh, wow, that is really twisted. Red outfit.
It's getting cozy down here. Be careful.
Another thing I'm glad that they did is they didn't use a lot of the older Disney worlds that they had been reusing, like in KH2, like, you know, Little Mermaid or some of them, or Aladdin. We don't need to see all of them. I mean, I'm glad they used something different. The only ones they brought back were Pirates of the Caribbean, because you could make ships, and Hercules, because that was the only movie you hadn't rehashed. That was actually the unique thing about Hercules' world. All of them were like original storylines. No. Mickey's a horrible person throughout the entire series. Dating all the way back to Birth by Sleep. Mickey is highly incompetent, not reliable. Heck, I'm amazed he's running Disney. Pause. You are right, Nightcore. what Yen did was groom Kairi into becoming a damsel in distress. To groom her into what happening. She wasn't even fully trained as well with the Keyblade as Riku or Sora are. Lee barely knew how to use a Keyblade. Lee even says in the Keyblade waiver when he sees Shion and Roxas again, he goes, you know what, you guys are the seniors, you handle it. Which indicates Lee has barely knowledge of how to use the Keyblade properly. Xemnas calls him out, he's like, you call this thing a Keyblade. So, yeah, Yensid threw Axel and Kairi together with some barely knowledgeable training, and they didn't even have enough battle. I don't even know if they were trained with hardened battle experience. Because remember, Riku and Sora have been flat out straight up battling in Worlds. I don't think Kairi ever did. Axel would have battle experience due to his time with the organization, but it would only be with his chakras. Chakrams, my bad, not chakras. So, yeah, Axel would have battle experience, but he wouldn't know how to do it with a Keyblade properly. So that's why he was more useful with his original weapons than he is with the Keyblade. So, with what Yensid did, it's perfectly well calculated, and this is something that Yensid would definitely do. It's in his Disney-like character. Now, as for you were saying, Mickey being a horrible friend, Dustin, watch the entirety of just all the things in video format. You will definitely see this. I even said earlier, Yensid and Mickey threw Sora under the bus at the beginning of this, that they weren't going to let him go straight into the realm of darkness to help Riku. It was only because Riku said, you know what, when I'm in trouble, I will call you with my power to bring you here, and then you could help. Because they were just going to throw Sora under the bus even more. If you also haven't noticed, there's a consistent theme. This entire adventure has been horrible for Sora psychologically. Do remember, he just got back from Dream Drop Distance, and he got mind crushed there. No, literally. When you really think about it, he was lucky to get back out of that situation. And then Yensid's like, oh, you've been depowered? Guess what? You're going on another adventure. You're probably going to see horrible things. I'm going to try to harden you a little bit. Oh, and I'm going to make fun of the fact that I know you're depowered. And belittle you every time I see you. Mickey does it too. Mickey calls him out on it. Riku's very kind about it. He's like, look, yeah. Yes, Nomura does do good with his Disney character. He picks and chooses. Pete, he did a good job of by making him incompetent, and you see why he is the Pete today. Pete is the way he is today with BBB. The three good Disney villains that he wrote well were Maleficent, because let's just face it, Maleficent, if you look in the cartoon of the movie, she's barely memorable. Nomura turned a barely memorable Disney villain into a memorable villain in Cage series, which was Maleficent. Pete, he kind of created good. Mickey, he had to do something with Mickey because he's the mascot of Disney, so he created a horrible, horrible friend, basically. Someone I wouldn't even trust to hold my toothbrush. Yen said, since he made him a master, he decided to make him, within his character, a manipulator, practically, because look at the sword and the stone. So yes, Nomura did do something right with certain characters. I give the man credit. I don't give him a lot of credit, because if you give him too much credit, he's got too much of a inflated ego. He's like Kojima. Gets way too much credit. But I'm willing to let it pass. Now I better get back to the gameplay. Any more questions? I'm paying attention to that. Oh, if you're asking who he does, Nomura is the guy who writes the story of Kingdom Hearts, Dust. And that's who Nomura. He's called Tetsuya Nomura, and he wrote the entire series of Kingdom Hearts. He originally started out as a character designer for Square, back when Hiro Sakaguchi, who created the Final Fantasy series, did it. You know the character Selphie in Final Fantasy VIII? The design for her? She was created because Nomura wanted a character that wanted to wear a skirt. Kingdom Hearts 1 was basically his first project he got to go all out on. Now, if you want somebody to give you a real deep down breakdown of the Keyblade, of the lore of this setting, look up a YouTuber called Everglow to Lore Runner.
Maybe you can clear them away from a distance.
I want to stay away from a jellyfish in general. Jellyfish are horrifying. If you've ever seen one in the ocean, they are absolutely horrifying. Oh yeah, the world with that crew, that would be interesting. You're right, Oliver and company, but it's been years since I've seen them. So I don't know how they would fare in this setting. You think Oliver would be able to handle it mentally? Nightgore? Oh yeah, the jellyfish are...
Look! Something's glowing.
Donald?
That seems suspiciously convenient.
I'll check it out.
I can't blame Sora. He's a kid on a pirate adventure.
But Donald, no pirate worth his salt ignores treasure.
And I also will give Sora a little slack on the fact I keep pointing out Sora's had a miserable journey so far. And he's a tool. I mean, I'm gonna quote something even old Xehanort called Sora in DDD. He called Sora a dull, ordinary boy. It's also worth noting Xehanort believes in the concept of fate destiny, which I hate that trope. Oh great, I can only have one certain Keyblade in this. This is great. I used my Kupo. Please quit eating me, you stupid fish. Ooh. If that's the spirit I think it is, this is gonna get fun. And now we get to, if I think we're at where we're at, one of my favorite parts in the entirety of this game. Gameplay mechanic wise.
Huh? Cool.
Well, sorry you have this got us to the sea on your side.
Ship.
You certain about that?
Huh? What? Jack?
Finders keepers.
How'd he get here so fast?
Mine. Savvy?
Jack, you already have the Black Pearl.
Aye. To which this ship holds no candle. But take what you can, mate. Now then, my ship has a captain, but it does appear I'm in need of a crew. Suppose you'll have to do. Don't dawdle. Climb aboard. Ready now, helmsman?
Ready enough, Captain, but aren't we kinda trapped?
Now, Sora, I know you've made passage through straits far more dire than this. Just follow your heart's command.
Make way!
This is why I love this area. This is basically Assassin's Creed Rogue. I get my ship, I get to go everywhere I want.
Now we're true pirates.
Aye, the sea's yours
Take
to
this.
explore. Don't let
Also-
this chance sail by, mates.
Take this! Cannons! Get 'em! Take this! Cannons! Yes!
This ship is great.
I'll say.
She's got nothing on the pearl, mate.
Aww. Prepare to set sail!
Now my second favorite part comes. This is the part, right? Yes! Oh, no, that's not fair.
That ship!
Oh, but look, this time there's somebody aboard.
Isn't that...
Not the merry company I'd hoped for. Harley!
a black coat?
Of course.
You back in the organization?
Yes.
Surprising, isn't it, that they do me the honor? Never count your cards until they've all been dealt.
That's true.
Jack, don't you give this creep the time of day.
Come now. Are you really so unsophisticated that you decline a gentlemanly conversation?
What'd you say?
Sora, stand down. It's the code. Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship when said pirate offers to confabulate.
Ah, yes. And how could I love games and contests without honoring the rules? Because only by winning fairly does victory have any savor at all.
But, of course, the code is actually more guidelines than rules. Speak your piece.
I am looking for a box. A chest, perhaps. You know the one.
Yes. Maybe. No, I know of a box. But said box is not a box you want to trifle with, mate. Trust me.
Really? A wager, then?
And of what nature would this wager be?
What say we have a little race to that charming port town which you hold so dear?
Port Royal?
Yes. Whoever reaches it first is the victor.
I
and the
hated this
stakes?
part.
You tell me all about that chest.
Against what?
I will get you whatever it is you want.
Done.
Jack?
Then we have an accord. Now, let us begin.
All hands, prepare to make sail.
But Jack!
Drop canvas.
Hey, Jack!
With a will, lads.
Jack, listen!
What?
Oh, you can't let him get his hands on that box. Do you really know whatever it is that he's looking for?
Let's just say there's a potential possibility he wants the chest containing Davy Jones' heart. But I haven't the foggiest notion why he'd covet the blighted thing.
Is it a black box?
It is more black than blue, so yes.
Do you think it's the one?
Could be.
And winning the race would keep it out of Organization 13's hands.
Hey. You're right.
What are you three muttering on about?
Basically, we need to win this race.
Precisely. No purchase, no pay. You might have the makings of a pirate after all.
Yeah!
I'm going to do a little bit of subtle thing, because I do analyze every one of these characters that we've been through. If there's something, have you noticed something about Jack Sparrow? Besides him being awesome, whoever's playing him is doing a pretty good job. They're not James Arnold Taylor doing a horrible job playing Jack Sparrow. Whew, I get nightmares remembering the horrible voice acting of that guy. But Jack is constantly teaching Sora in nice ways the rules of the sea, the parlay. He even points out, Sora's like, what are you doing? He's like, wait a minute. During that conversation, he's like, they're more of guidelines than actual rules, pointing out you don't have to follow them completely. Teaching Sora that. He's gone out of the way, even though he said he was captain of the ship we got. I'm going to use very big air quotes on captain. He's letting Sora control the ship, otherwise teaching him how to man a ship. And just giving pointers throughout it. A third thing, that dialogue with Luxord, Jack already knows he's the one who's going to benefit the most out of it. Just telling him what's in the box is that it's the heart of Davy Jones, and he knows what the heart is. Of course we know what the heart is. All you do is get control of the Flying Dutchman. Part of the crew, part of the ship, that thing. So that doesn't benefit him either. Jack knows that too. Sora is not, I don't think he's fully aware of what Davy Jones is because they don't explain it. This is one of the things I don't like about it. They expect you to know the lore of Pirates of the Caribbean in this section. So, if you play the Pirates of the Caribbean and Kingdom Hearts 3 and have never watched any of the first 3 movies, you are going to be so lost. Now, if you have, you are going to love this section like I do. Now, as I was saying, Jack is fairly smart. He's a guy who acts stupid, but is very perceptive and very smart. It's very within his character. And one of the things I've liked about all the party members so far, Jack's and passing knowledge, Jack has done it in a pretty decent way to Sora. And he can already tell Sora wants to be a part. He enjoys this world. Indulge a kid in his pleasure, especially when he could probably tell Sora's not been having too much of a good time lately.
Take this! First one to Port Royal wins!
And I say we make it interesting. Let's try those cannons.
Fire!
Yeah!
Fire, Sora!
Cannons!
Yeah!
Take this! Cannons! Take this!
He's right on our stern!
Take this!
Fire, Sora!
I'm
He's
barely
right
gonna
on our
make it.
stern!
Fire! Full speed!
He's right on our stern!
Ah!
Victory is mine, Sora.
Oh. Pirates of the Caribbean level probably, because they refer to rum. And the party scenes. And the cooking. That would probably be why Nightcore. I don't even want to go on how broken the rating system is on the ESRB is.
One to Port Royal wins!
And I say we make it interesting. Let's try those cannons.
Fire!
Fire, Sora!
All right!
We gotta stay away
Fire!
from those!
Fire, Sora!
Full speed!
Fun fact, this is actually one of the quickest ways I'm farming to level up in this game.
Get him! Take this! All right!
Because these ships give a ton of XP if you know what you're doing.
Get him!
He's right on our
Cannons!
stern!
Take this! Let's do this!
Steady!
Woohoo!
He's right on our stern!
Cannons! Let's do this!
No, watch it. Oh, thank God, I barely made it.
Lookouts, report!
Starboard side, all clear!
We got this one in the bag.
Oh great, he summoned an armada.
The game isn't over until it's over.
Fire! They're closing in! Come about! Make ready to return fire!
Jack, you have a crew of 3 people. Oh no, don't tell me we're at a war of attrition. That is the worst form of naval battle.
Take this!
Well, actually, any battle, really.
Take this! Fire! Cannons! Fire! Take this! Cannons! Ha! Cannons! Hear my call! Cannons! Cannons! Cannons!
Well done, mate! Send them to the depths!
Hear my call!
A bit much, Hank.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that'll do massive damage. It hit straight to starboard.
Cannons! Fire! Fire!
If we're playing of my entirety of the world, this is my favorite world, strictly due to the ships.
Cannons! Get 'em!
Of course I'm gushing, I can't help it.
Take this!
It's just I think the moral went all out on the cool factor.
Take this! Fire! Hear my call!
Enjoy the locker, mates! Prepare to board!
Yeah, my ship's smoking.
Another game it is, then.
Back off! Try this! We got this!
I forgot to mention that a lot of these limit breaks are ludicrously overpowered. I will explain that as soon as I get done with this combat section, because that is a dang good question.
Back off! Take this!
Good old mum plays an equation to that thing, and by mum I mean Master of Masters.
You're through! Okay. Try this! See ya! Heal!
One second, Night Corp. There's no cutscene in this. I will answer all those questions there, because those are very good questions that should be asked.
Huh? Magnificent. I salute you all, gentlemen.
You're up to something.
Perish the thought. I know when I've been outdone.
You were outdone before you even started, mate. But I admire your conciliatory way of conceding defeat.
Yes. Now I believe I owe you your prize. But I neglected to ask what it is that you want. Perhaps you'll enlighten me.
Aye, that's easy. I want the chest that's aboard the Dutchman.
No, Jack! Don't tell him!
Really?
Not good?
Huh? Oh, Jack!
Well, I didn't tell him which, Dutchman.
There's only one Jack.
Actually, I outwitted him.
That is true.
You knew he'd tell you where it was!
I've always been far more interested in the long game. Now let's see where it takes us. That is, if you stay apace.
Huh? After him!
Nay, there's no point.
Why not?
The ship's listing near to scuppers from that cannon fire. She'll be needing repairs. Best make berth at Port Royal.
What?
Come on, Sora. You need a break every now and then.
Look for crabs. They'll set her right.
Crabs? Why crabs?
Just not with women.
Never mind the particulars, mate. The white crabs. Savvy?
Aye, aye.
Okay. Nightcore, you asked a few good questions. Why is the organization so loyal when they're going to be turned into Old Man Xehanort? That is a dang good question. But it's going to be really convoluted. One, Marluxia, Larxene, Demyx, well, Marluxia and Larxene are definitely from Union Cross era. We know that because of the junk mobile game Union Cross. So they were somehow shafted to this dimension, I have no clue, and somehow became nobodies in that. The replacement members that they replaced them with were basically versions of Xehanort already from when he was within Terra. You know, when he was still Ansem the Seeker of Darkness and Xemnas the... Oh, I can't think of what his title was. So that's already part of Xehanort. Okay, that's two of his Norded forms. Vanitas probably would be willing because he's a being of darkness in itself, and he's incomplete. Do remember, Vanitas is part of Ventus and Sora in a way. God, I'm losing my voice from talking this much. So that also makes sense there. There's three. Terranort was a plot hole. Still is a plot hole in my opinion. The way they explain it in Remind is just garbage, but I will roll with it. Terranort was one, so that makes four already. Zigbar, which is Luxu, was in on this, and I think he was manipulating Xehanort. I still think that because it's Luxu and it's Zigbar. He speaks in riddles constantly. He's in on it in a way, but but he's in it because he wants his original Keyblade back, so that's five. You know, like I said, Union Cross people. Vixen was in there for a mole in a way. The one we haven't seen yet, which is in the final world, you know who, Replica, I'm trying to remain as neutral spoilers as possible. Very little spoilers. Spoil some, but don't spoil the ending. That guy's in there because he's incomplete, just like Vanitas, so there puts another one. Now, what he needs is 13 Keyblades in general. That's what created the Kai Blade. I'm just going to call it the Kai Blade, okay? Because so he needed to have 13 battles, just consecutive battles with light and darkness, people clashing. So that's what created the Kai Blades. The reason why they were so loyal is, as I said, Xemnas dangled the carrot with information for those three. The three, basically, Demyx, Larxene, and Marluxia of their past, dangled the carrot, sticking the carrot concept. Luxord's in there because it's theorized that Luxord comes from Yazora's world. And he even stated, I'm only in here for the organization, not Xemnas. It's also noted that Luxor has power over time and likes to gamble and doesn't believe in fate. Fate is one of the things that Xemnas or Xehanort preached. And if you remember that final world. Syx, oh yeah, I forgot about it. Syx is in there because he wants to save an old friend, not Lee. Lee's already got his way. So Syx is in there due to his own motivations. So with all the members that are there, they kind of have their... And Xion is just data in a way, that old data that was backed up, and I don't know why she got her memories back. Don't get me started on that. I will rant on that tangent. It's still a plot hole. The problem with this entire thing involving Xehanort is what Nomura did was the biggest narrative cheat you can do. It's time travel. Almost 99% stories that throw in the use of time travel are usually going to be full of plot holes or badly written. I always give 2 exceptions to the rule, which is on my channel. You'll notice I have reviews of Steins Gate. I explained this time travel loss pretty clearly there. And they try to follow it the best they can, and Groundhog's Day is the exception. Why would I say Groundhog's Day? Because the writers themselves have gone out of their way to say, we don't know. We put it in there for laughs. There is no point to the time travel. It's there, the loop is there for fun. That's the 2 only time travel stories I've ever given it not a pass, but tolerated. Because once you throw time travel in any setting, you need a few things. 1, you need rules, because you can break it easy. It's automatically a narrative cheat. You can cheat your way out of anything with time travel. It's a form of lazy writing. Now, Remind did do an interesting thing with how Sora can time travel now. Way he can only go to the point in which he learned it. That's his power of waking, which means during the event that happens when he learned it to create the first loop, he can only go there and back. He cannot go further into that one event. Because he hadn't abandoned his body. Xehanort can travel back because you abandoned his body completely. It's also worth noting Yen Sid could do this skill too, because it is basically, time travel is not a magic, it's a skill you can learn. Anybody can learn this. It's incredibly dangerous and incredibly risky. It's often wondered if the Master Masters, which you see in the DLC, met young Xehanort, well, teenage Xehanort, the Xehanort we see who's a prick throughout this, in there, and this babe gave him the push he needed in the right direction that he wanted him to go. Because the Master Masters wants a Keyblade War. He wants to etch-a-sketch the board clean. Bring balance. In other words, same as Xehanort's Sora motivation. Now, you asked about why does Sora have a dark form. That's a very questionable subject. Not as a controversy, but because there's a lot of theory crafting behind that. I've always speculated he has a dark form because he never really fully sublimed back. He just recently got sublimed black with Roxas due to DDD, but remember, Sora's Heartless wasn't destroyed. He was just reconstructed by Kairi due to her memories and all the stuff of him. So his nobody was up and running around, which was Roxas, and he was really messed up too. And then when they got blind, so it would make sense that Sora, who, if we all theorize, Sora comes from Destiny Islands, is Anakin's store of 3 hearts, apparently has a lot of light in him. You need darkness to balance it out. Spoilers for Vanitas line. Vanitas even point blank says he's the shadow, you know what I mean? He is the dark side of them, of both Ben and Sora. Which, in my opinion, I would find it very fascinating if when Vanitas disappears, if he went into Sora like Ben did, and became the equation, both the yin and the yang. To balance out all of Sora's light, he needs a shadow. Which, with that shadow, could probably control Dark Sora. Because if you notice, every time you turn to Dark Sora, your health bar constantly depletes. So if we do play a Sora in the next game, and if Vanitas is actually inside of him, like he subtly suggests, he could probably transform into Dark Sora without very many repercussions. That's my theory involving Dark Sora. Dark Sora is not a plot hole, but it's very theory crafted all over the place. And he summons at random because you can spam different forms all the way to all those special attacks. That's how it happens. Kind of like your mana going berserk. Great, I gotta hunt white crabs. Did I just say crabs? I did not mean it in that way. 300.
Always on the shoot.
It is worth noting in Port World, there's a ton of treasure stuff everywhere.
Oi! Over. Hey! What's making that cannon move? Yeah!
Frogs!
I'm not even gonna point out how weird that is.
Always on the shoot.
Does anybody else have any more lore questions involving Kingdom Hearts setting? Just to have you know, I am not the best expert. I am at best amateur when it comes to this setting of knowing the lore and stuff, so... Because as I've dissected Norm, talked about Nomura's writing style several times, he likes to troll everybody who plays his games. And that's me putting it nicely. Like, Dream Drop Distance was a prime example. It was a time travel thing. It's like, you're like, what's the twist? You're like, oh, okay, I get it, I understand A and B. And then all of a sudden he throws in C, and you'll just look at like, what is C? And it's, oh, don't worry, I'll explain C later. He. Nomura does that in every one of his games. The World Ends With You is a prime example. I'm not gonna spoil that game because it's a fun game, but still. It's also worth noting, I think the Shibuya thing that I keep always referencing is him wanting to continue the setting of World Ends With You. Also, it's worth noting, World Ends With You, the opening spoils the entire game, but you're not given the context until during you play the game. Which is why nowadays when I watch most animes or almost anything having openings, I try to skip them. You would not believe how many openings to TV shows actually spoil either the season or the show. It's just like if I hear a movie announced, I will not go look at the trailers. You're probably gonna go, why? Because it spoils the movie. Most of the time, most trailers nowadays contain the ending or all the best scenes in the movie. So there's really no point in seeing the movie, you're just best to hear about it being announced.
It's over.
It's also worth noting that a lot of these characters have done a lot of horrible things. Amson the Wise especially. It's one of the reasons why he's so full of regret. Because he does want to redeem himself in a way. I mean, look what he did to Roxas. Give me money. I just did a performance for you.
Whoa! And the crowd goes wild! Sora! Over here! I found some!
I need you to go down to the docks.
strange crabs headed up to the second one. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
This might be a good spot to find some ingredients.
Thank you, Tom, for the tip.
Yeah!
That means something's hidden here.
Yeah! Yeah!
Although it is also worth noting, I will point out another thing good about Sora's character. He's a lot more sympathetic to the nobodies, if anybody hasn't bothered to notice that. A lot more kinder, and a lot less of a horrible person that he was in Kingdom Hearts 2, since he learned the truth in Dream Drop Distance. That kind of mind broke him. And even I stated yesterday, I think if it wasn't for the fact that Donald and Goofy were traveling with Sora, this whole journey would have broke Sora. Mentally. The worst kind. Because I do keep pointing out things like, this is pretty messed up that's happening to the poor kid. He's what, 16? Of course, that's bog standard for almost any JRPG. Oh, you're 16? Yeah, you're an adult. You can handle anything. The oldest JRPG Final Fantasy protagonist I could think of, and that's Cloud, and he was like 20?
Here we go.
Oh, it's the hammer. I hate this one. Oh wait, this isn't the one I thought it was. This is like the beefed up version of the Blizzard Blade.
Here we go. Try this.
Ooh, the dice.
Come on. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I think I see something on the roof.
I'm Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose I'll load this up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The crabs are getting away.
Yeah.
Now, there's one thing I will give this game credit for. You can tell they put a lot of time and effort into this level here because of the ship mechanics and like all the islands you can explore to get the stuff and a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff, believe it or not, in this one world compared to most of the others. Makes me wonder if Nomura was pressured into doing that, because Square is very cutthroat when it comes to their internal politics. By the way, to those who are Final Fantasy fans, the Forward Unto Dawn, I believe it was called, the Noctis book that was going to have the DLCs that didn't get released thanks to budget, thank you Square Enix, comes out this year. So you won't have to worry about trying to hunt down translations of it. Did I ever mention how annoying crab hunting is?
Sora! Over here! I found some! Don't crabs like water? What about the waterfall? Hop on!
Give me strength! Here! Yeah! Yes! Yes! Woo!
We got this!
Whoop! Hey! Whoop! Hey! Ah! Whoop! Hey! Whoa! Ah! Ah! Whoop! Hey! Whoa! Ah! And this!
I'd venture that's nearly enough.
Come on!
I bet you there's a lucky emblem here.
When in all the sea's history haven't they been?
Sora! Over here! I found some!
Yeah! 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 Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Watch where you're going!
Yeah.
This might be a good spot to find some ingredients.
With the wheel now! I'm in the mood. Leaving for
Nice.
So I should let myself be.
Where did they all come from?
Yeah. Ha.
Oh, what royally short on decent.
Come on, where's the Cupo?
No stranger.
Yeah. Huh. Huh. Yeah. Huh.
There's hordes of them. Yes, that's the one.
Oh, come on, save point, where are you at?
Let's see. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Eh. Huh.
There it is. I'm sorry, I'm getting sleepy. It's been 2 hours. I might have to log off soon.
Aye, that's all of them. Now, to my final task. Be back in a trice.
Oh.
There, mates. Fit to sail any sea. Now, Sora, one final inquiry. Is there any particular reason you wanted this ship?
Yeah! To explore the seas. Free as the wind.
Good answer. You are a pirate. Captain Sora.
See, as I pointed out, he was
Jack,
grooming Sora.
Why do you keep saying final? Like you're leaving.
Ah, it's because this me has run his course, mate.
Yeah.
This you?
Aye, the surrogate me. That the goddess of the sea sent here to help you lot. Of course, any me is still me. I may be duplicatable, but I'm always incomparable. The sea, she smiles upon us, Sora. And let's leave it at that, shall we? For now, the real me has a crucial engagement. At Shipwreck Cove, where the pirate brethren will meet Beckett and his lot in battle to win back our freedom.
Then let us help.
No, it's for pirates to resolve, but not you, Sora. You're as free as the wind now, and far you'll go.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Jack was showing us the way.
Even if he did get tricked.
Jack, he said it was the pirates' battle to fight. But a fight for pirates is a fight for us! Come on, let's find the real Jack.
Well, let's hope he's not with Cutler Beckett, the most evil person that was in the Pirates of the Caribbean setting.
You made a deal with me, Jack, to deliver the pirates. And here they are. Don't be bashful. Step up. Claim your reward.
Sparrow! Your debt to me is still to be satisfied. 100 years in servitude aboard the Dutchman. As a start.
That debt was paid, mate.
You escaped.
I propose an exchange. Will leaves with us. And you can take Jack.
Done.
Undone.
Done.
Jack's one of the 9 pirate lords. You have no right.
King?
It should be Queen.
As you command, your nips.
Scurvy blackguard!
Easy there, mate. You wouldn't want to damage the leverage now, would you?
Now.
I was gonna say, this is very bizarre considering if you haven't seen the Pirates movies, this would be so out of context.
Advise your brethren. You can fight, and all of you will die, or you cannot fight, in which case only most of you will die.
There's no win in that solution.
We will fight, and you will die.
Seen crabs like those? Some of them skittered back out to sea.
Who knows what other shores they might turn up on?
Before I do anything, I just want to check something.
This might be a good spot to find some ingredients.
Oh, there it is. Alright, you guys, I'm signing off for a little while. It's been over 2 hours, so I gotta take a break. I'll probably stream later, a little bit later in the day. Don't worry. We're basically almost, pretty much mostly finished with this world. So I'll come back later today, and hopefully by Sunday we can finish this game, because we're basically got one more world and like 2 mini worlds into the graveyard, so we're about done. I will be seeing you all on the next episode. Till then, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you enjoy the content. Have a good day.